Hey guys, Cameron here with Emerson Property Management. Every week I bring you tools, tactics, strategies, lessons I've learned, things that have helped me build up a sizable rental portfolio in about 2 years, and now manage that portfolio. Today, guys, I want to talk about constant contact with tenants. Now, that can probably be a bad thing if you look at it from, oh my gosh, this tenant will not leave me alone. They're always complaining about this and that. But I'm talking about us, you the owner, you the property manager, reaching out to the tenants to touch base, and how that has a psychological effect on the tenants. Not like we're trying to play mind games or anything too fancy here, but you usually only hear from a property manager or an owner when rent is not being paid, right? Most property management companies and most owners, and I get it, I did it too, do not reach out just to say, hey, I wanted to check in and see how you're doing. The only time, for most folks, the only time they reach out is if you're delinquent in rent. And then they want to say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Tenant, hey, how are you? Oh yeah, by the way, you haven't paid rent this month. We're going to be sending a notice to vacate, then an eviction if you don't pay that. So instead of having the tenant look at their phone and go, oh, this is Emerson. They're calling. I know they want rent, or they're going to give me crap about something. Why don't they say, oh, this is Emerson. Interesting. Let me answer the phone. That's the difference. It opens up a line of communication. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about contacting your tenants, say constantly, but on a frequent basis. So this could be just, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Tenant, how are you? Just wanted to touch base, see if everything's good in the property, see how you're doing, anything we can do for you. That's it. They say, you know what, Cameron, actually, I think there might be a leak underneath the sink. I'm glad you called. Now, you and I both know damn well that that leak has been there for a while and they just haven't reported it. So you're building a relationship with them for where they feel comfortable, and another avenue for them to put in requests or talk to you about maintenance stuff. Take care of that property. I've done this numerous times, and I can't tell you how many maintenance requests come in when we call a tenant. Now, if they say, hey, Cameron, an acorn flew off the tree across the street and cracked the window, that might be a different conversation, right? Oh, yeah, hey, windows are responsibilities of the tenant, but if you want us to, we'll get out there and take care of it. It will be unfortunately, it will be the tenant's responsibility, but otherwise, maybe we can just wait till the turnover, till you guys move out or whenever that is. Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, anything else going on? Oh, well, actually, so-and-so's gonna, having some tough time with work. We might have some issues with rent. Okay, hey, let us know. We can work with you on some of that stuff. Anytime you can engage in conversation with the tenants and develop a relationship with them instead of just pay rent and I'm only gonna contact you. You only contact me if you need something like maintenance, and I'm only gonna contact you when you better be paying rent. That relationship is fine for most folks, but when especially as a small owner, when you have 1 to 5 properties, you're going to find that you can differentiate yourself a little bit from the competition by being more personable. Man, I really like that Cameron guy. No, I don't think most people say that, but I really like that landlord. They were super nice. They're always calling in, seeing how I'm doing. They just seem like a good person. I like, they like the certain kind of music I like. They snowboard or ski like I do or whatever. You can build relationships with the tenants. Now, this can be problematic if you're not careful, because then you start crossing lines and becoming friends, or they think you're friends and, start owing you something. I think that's everybody's first reaction is, I want to keep it all business. I don't want to get personal with the tenants, but you can do that while still creating a great relationship with your tenants. So here's a couple ideas behind that on how you guys can do that. Every daylight savings time, so twice a year in the spring and fall, we send tenants notices, just a reminder, hey, it's daylight savings. We recommend people change their smoke detector, the batteries in their smoke detectors this time. You don't have to, but it's just a friendly reminder. Wanted to let you know this is a good time to change that, because batteries are the tenant's responsibility. Smoke detectors are extremely important if the house catches on fire to get you out. So just wanted to let you guys know that. Cool. So we send emails for that. We send emails during hurricane season. hey guys, just FYI, hurricane season's coming up. Here's some protocols. Here's some things you guys might want to do. Stock up on water, blah, blah, blah. We also do that with fire safety, a fire safety email. And this is, anybody can send an email and write that. But one thing that we do is we contact certain tenants every week. So we go through alphabetically by last name, and we start and we contact, 5 to 10 tenants every week and say, hey, just like I said, just want to touch base. How are you doing? How's the property? Do you need anything? Just wanted to reach out. Don't have any agenda. And tenants will open up sometimes about stuff, or they'll tell you, oh yeah, I'm going to I love this place. I really want to renew. And okay, hey, once the renewal comes up, as long as we do everything right, this tenant's probably going to renew. And we make notes of that stuff. Or if our tenants really having problems with, the property, or maybe their family's grown, the wife gets pregnant and they need a bigger space, where you can kind of start heading off, okay, they're definitely not going to renew because they're in a 2-bedroom. They're going to need, they got 2 kids, they're going to need some more space. So there's things through that conversation that you can develop. I guess what I'm getting at, guys, is there are ways that you guys can engage in conversation with the tenants to have them open up to you, so it's not just transactional based. I get it. I am all for keeping things professional. I've heard every story in the book about why rent isn't going to be paid. And some people are afraid to call their tenants because they feel like they're going to ask for something. But keep it professional. Open up a little bit. Talk to them about certain things. But don't, you don't have to what do I say? How do I say this? Just subject yourself to every single request that they have. And if you do have a tenant like that, then okay, I don't want to have this tenant for very long. They're always constantly asking for something. But we have found most tenants just want a safe place to live and a management company or an owner that's going to take care of them. So I think for most of y'all with 1 to 5 properties, you guys can take care of your tenants by just calling. And if you have 1 to 5 properties, you might have 5 to 10 tenants. So just contact them one tenant a week. Just pick up the phone and call them, and they'll say, "Oh, hey, what? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was at work. What do you need? Hey, I was just checking in, just making sure everything's okay. How's the property? How are you? How's, anything I should know, or just wanted to touch base. Oh, hey, thanks for reaching out, man. No, everything's good. Property's great. Really appreciate you guys. Blah blah blah. And then you can use some of that as testimonials and feedback too. So for a small mom and pop landlord, I think you can differentiate yourself while still maintaining a professional demeanor with your tenants by just calling them every now and then. Just call 1 tenant a week, or if you only have 1 or 2 tenants, call 1 tenant a month and just check in with them. Build that relationship, keep it professional, build it. I think you guys will differentiate yourself. You'll have tenants stay longer. We've seen tenant retention go way up, and we have great feedback from our residents that have been with other property management companies and other owners and come over to us. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, guys, let me know. If it wasn't, let me know. And if you guys found enjoyment out of this or thought it was helpful, please give me a like, give me a share, and I'll see y'all next week.